to see everyone. Hope everyone had a good break and got their energy back for this season. First, I want to start off by thanking our crew who set up Hallis Hall on our campus. They did a great job, especially Ken Rock and his group. Fields look great. I know a lot of time goes into that, so I appreciate everyone that set it up. Get our fans back on campus. I know our coaches, our players, everyone's excited to get our fans going and get that energy up for training camp. What I want to do today, just hit some house cleaning items in terms of designations that we got going on, a few signings. Hit that first, and then I'm going to pass it to Ben to open and talk about training camp. So NFI, Jalen Johnson, he started on NFI there. When he was training, he had a leg injury. I'm not going to get into the details of that. It is going to take a few weeks before he can come back. We got a lot of faith that he's going to.
Hey, Alan, you can hear that, right?
Yeah.
When he comes back, I'm sure we'll have updates as we go through training camp. But it's going to take a little bit of time, but not overly concerned about long term. 3 other guys, Case Keenum, that was just about a day. He had a little soft tissue deal. We wanted to be cautious about that. Make sure he was good. We did. Took him off just a day later, so he's good to go. And then Jade Walker and Ian Wheeler were the other 2. Real minor. They're actually going to come off now in the next few minutes. They'll be off of NFI as well. So we're in pretty good shape. Just want to say I'm proud of the guys that had previous injuries coming off of last year. To name a few, Braxton and Colston. Those guys put in a ton of work alongside our trainers, Andre Tucker, Pierre, Brent Salazar, to return and be ready to go for training camp. So we're excited to get those guys back going again. I'm sure there's going to be a ramp-up period. They haven't played football in a while, but really they're ready to go and knock that rust off and get going. As you always know, we'll bring in guys to work out. We're always looking to add competition to our roster. We're also anticipating potential injuries and things like that. So we want to make sure our short list is good. Through that process, we just signed Tano Passinio, defensive end, and we signed Trey Flowers, corner, to come in as well. So that should be coming through the wire here today. I think that's.
I thought we might get DJ Claw.
Contract that came out while we were on break. As I've always said, I'm not going to get into details of that. But I am excited about the alignment and the stability that we have within our leadership group here. I have an unbelievable group of people that support me, believe in me, work with me, that help.
Lucky as hell to have your job, Ryan.
Doing on our roster, on our football team, and that means a lot. Those people mean a lot to me. But my sole focus right now is supporting Ben, his coaching staff, our players, and our entire organization and football operation. So with that, I'll pass it to Ben to open up and hit training camp. And I look forward to it. I have a lot of time with all of you as we go through training camp in the next few weeks.
You lucky as hell to have your job, Ryan. Thank you for the extension, big dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys being here. Know it's a fun summer and it goes by fast, but as we open this new chapter of Chicago Bears football, it's always an exciting time to get going. Wanted to echo Ryan's statement just in terms of the thank yous to the organization, from ownership, the front office, to staff. This place looks incredible. The whole facility is ready to go. The fields look great. And I think the fans are going to have a great time when they come and they come visit and see practice. So excited about that. Excited for our players as well. I want to say thank you to them. We got about half of them in for early training camp a few days ago, and then the other half are coming in today. And
where's JJ?
All of them are ripping. They're ready to go, in shape. You can tell that they've really taken the summer seriously, and so thank them for their time for doing that. You talk about where we're at as a team and what training camp means, and it's just another step for what we're building. The foundation's already been put in place in the springtime, and we're looking to build on that as we go over the course of camp. Competition, I think, exists at all levels of our roster. That's going to bring out the best in all of our guys. Hard to say. Of course, there's certain battles that we've already highlighted that might take precedence over the course of camp, but I think everything's open and really excited to see where that leads. In terms of objectives here, we're looking to not only master our fundamentals over the next couple weeks, but also execute the playbook and really bring it to life. We'll work heavily on situational football as well. But there's really been one thing just that's been on my mind over the course of the summer, and I give Ryan some credit for this. He brought it up in the springtime. Has anyone seen that Netflix documentary, Thunderbirds? No one. Okay, good.
No,
Spoiler alert. Okay. Spoiler alert. All right. So it's the Thunderbird pilots, and what they do is they come together, and it's 4 new pilots, and they've never worked together. And through the course of their training, it's all about earning trust because it's a dangerous job, and they're doing some very dangerous acrobatics throughout the air. And at one point they say, I don't look straight ahead. I got to look at the lead pilot the whole time. And for 30 or 40 minutes nonstop, and we're just a few feet away. And shoot, over the course of the years, there have been some tragedies that have happened with how dangerous that is. But as I think about our team and where we're going into training camp, there are a lot of parallels there because as a first-time head coach, first-year head coach, a lot of new staff members on the coaching staff, a lot of new faces in the locker room. We don't know each other particularly well, and we've tried to bridge that gap over the course of the spring. But really, the next 6 weeks is about us coming together because it takes time to build that trust. It's hard to earn, and it's really easy to lose that trust. And so really those next 6 weeks are huge. And what we're looking for, it's dependability, it's consistency, it's production on a day in and day out basis. Not only from the players, but from the coaching staff as well as we get to know each other. So that's really a big part of where we're at and what we're looking to do right now. There's a lot of excitement around the program, and I think rightfully so. There's a lot of talent on the roster. Looking forward to see what leaders come out of the locker room and really lead the charge here for us going into the fall. The focus for us is going to be on continuous improvement. All right, really for the next 6 weeks, that's all we care about is getting a little bit better every single day by day, brick by brick, and that starts today. So I'll go ahead and open it up from there.
For these next 6 weeks, what are the signs you're looking for to identify legitimate progress? A lot of times there can be things that pop up that don't necessarily translate, but what do you want to see that tells you you're moving forward?
I don't think it's not linear. Okay, so there's going to be bumps, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. It's easy to have a bad day or two and go ahead and get all panicky. That's not going to be us. It's going to be a little bit more of that.
That's what it was.
There's certain benchmarks along the way. The first couple weeks is going to be a big installation, so the guys are going to be thinking, mistakes are going to be made. I think a lot of come out of these joint practices that we have against Miami and Buffalo will be a good barometer to see where we're at as a team. And then Kansas City, the preseason games, all these teams will be really good for us to kind of gauge where we're at as well. But it'll be, I don't know if there's a certain timeline on it. It's be a feel as we go through camp.
Some benchmark goals for Caleb throughout not only camp but preseason.
You got to be.
Yeah, we have not put. You have to complete 60% this day, 65 the next. We haven't done that. We certainly have goals that we strive for. I won't even. It's not a secret. I told him I would love for him on the season to complete 70% of his balls. So you would like to think over the course of practice that we're completing 70% or more. That's hard to just magically arise in a game. So it's a lofty goal, but it's one that we're going to strive for. And so because of that, we're going to use that as our benchmark and kind of work from there.
And as you step into the role, what stuff that you would emphasize in your own development this offseason?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I've been thinking about a lot
Caleb
is
gonna have to be surgical, Jason. I keep
leaning on the people around me. Okay, so I've got a very experienced coaching staff by design, from Dennis Allen to Richard Smith to Richard Hightower. We've got a number of guys that have done this at a high level for a long time. And so I'm going to be going to them for advice quite a bit when certain things arise. Along those same lines, game management's another area where first time doing it, really calling the shots. I've been well versed in it over the years, but this will be the first time actually pulling the trigger. So we have people in the building that are going to help out in that regard as well. So it's going to be leaning heavily on the people around me and trusting them.
How much of the team's identity can be developed, or you can put things in place to kind of bring that along, and how much of it has to really happen organically?
I think, it's a mix of both. We know what we want to be about. Offensively, we talk about being explosive, being detailed. On defense, we do want to press on the outside. We want to challenge. We want to stop the run with shell. There's a number of things that we talk about on offense and on defense. And as a team, we want to be physical. We want to be poised. All right. There are things that we want, but it all comes together over the course of camp. And so that's why this time is so important, because those guys are really the ones driving that ship.
And I know that Ryan said that Braxton's going to start, he'll be on a ramp-up period to get up to speed. But when you look at the benchmarks you're going to set to evaluate that left tackle position, does he naturally have a leg up just because he's been the starter for 3 years, or do you view all three of them as?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I would like to think his experience will help him, but we're coming in with blank slates right now. So they're just because a guy's played and another guy hasn't in this league, we're going to let the competition play out, and we'll see where it goes.
You expect
I can respect that.
his recovery from this injury, and how long does it take for a rookie who's never been at this level, who's never played with Caleb before, to just kind of feel comfortable in what you guys are doing?
Everyone's different. Everyone's completely different. I can tell you, from the moment he's gotten into the building, I'm just blown away by how he approaches everything. I mean, I don't think there's a guy I saw in the building more this summer than him, and it's really a credit for who he wants to be as he continues to he's attacking the rehab hard. He wants to be a factor here this fall.
How challenging is it to juggle a three-man competition about tackling? Two seems pretty basic. You split the reps. Braxton needs time. But is three more challenging if you're
yeah. It's why everything's going to matter. Every play matters. It all is going to matter as we go through this thing. And so I can't tell you, I've been through a three-man race before, and so each play is going to be evaluated, and they got to take full advantage of each opportunity that they get.
We should expect to see Darnell Wright in this mix at left tackle, like at some point.
Our plan is to keep Darnell at the right side right now.
Okay. All right. So
Thank you.
Not part of the
Thank you.
then.
For the left side, I'd say Karan's still part of that. Yep.
Ben, you talked about how much.
That's my boy right there, Karan.
How much a quarterback's cup you can fill. And how much have you filled Caleb's cup? I've talked to all over the league, like KOC, who talks about with Sam last year filling his cup each week at a different level.
Yeah.
You, where does that go?
It goes back to getting to know each other. In the springtime, we saturated everybody, quarterback, everybody on offense, got a lot of information. We're just trying to introduce a lot of elements of the system. When you look back at it, there's probably some things that you wouldn't run against DA's defense that we just wanted to get introduced. Going into camp, it's going to be a lot here early on. These first 2 weeks, we're still going to do a lot, and it's not so much to attack the defense or anything like that. We got to find out who we are. And I'm going beyond just the quarterback here. I don't know if we're going to be a wide zone team up front. I don't know if we're going to be a gap team yet. There's a lot of things that got to play out, and we won't know until we get the pads on. But yeah, it's something you're certainly conscious of, is what's the right amount, not only over the course of camp, but more importantly, once we get into the season. And that's something as a staff that we're going to have to hone into.
Is there an ideal point you'd like to have that left tackle settle down? And if Braxton's ramp up takes a little bit longer than that, does he just come in kind of playing catch up, or does he get a fair shot from an even perspective?
Yeah, everyone's going to have a fair shot at this. And we're going to work him back in, and we'll see where he's at. And as part of the evaluation, is to see how ready he is by week 1. So by week 1, we'll know exactly who our starting 5 are going to be. And if that takes 3 weeks to figure out, great. If that takes 6 weeks to figure out, no problem.
You made some key changes
to play more guys in preseason games more aggressively than perhaps done at bigger
figure all this out?
I don't know what's been done in the past. Like I said, I'm going to take a lot of weight into these joint practices. That's our initial plan, and we'll see how much we play guys over the course of the preseason games.
You're trying to build trust with Caleb, obviously, and he's coming off of and got him healthy. Do you have to massage that in a different way, or have more patience in that, or do you feel like the foundation is there to start trusting each other?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. The governor's off. He and I have been talking all spring, all summer. Constant phone calls, constant conversations, and so I think we're in a great place. And he wants to get coached hard, and we're going to push him as hard as we can and do what's right for the team.
Two more. About sort of resetting Caleb's foundation and solidifying that. What for you are the specifics of a quarterback's foundation, the things that have to be in place before you progress?
Now you're getting deep. It's one of the big points of emphasis we had in the springtime, and it's going to carry over to camp, was our pre-snap procedure. And so that's calling the plays, that's the motions, that's the shifts, that's the cadence. We're going to continue to carry that. We use that as a weapon, and that's not going to change. That's certainly an advantage for us on offense. Beyond that, though, there were some footwork things that we wanted to clean up, trusting the timing of your feet, being able to anticipate throws. It's a lot of stuff that goes into that position, and rather than throwing the whole gauntlet at him, we're just building it from the ground up. He took some homework with him over the course of the summer, and he's come back. Even though we haven't done anything full speed over the last few days, we've noticed some improvements along the way. So really excited to see where this thing goes over the next few weeks.
You talked about situational coaching and about having to make decisions you haven't had to make before. Once these games starts, timeouts, those sorts of things. How do you get good at that without having done it before? I know the Bears can put you through some scenarios.
That's right.
Tell me, what was that like?
It's how you get good at anything. I think it's repetition over and over and over again. You watch tape, you put yourself in that mindset. If I was here now in this situation, what would I do? That's why the situations we practice over the course of camp are going to be huge for not only me, but for also the rest of the staff and the players to figure out how my mind works so that they can play off of that accordingly. I just hope we can in 6 weeks get enough reps to feel good going into week one. That's the challenge. This is a race now. Like, everything's a race. We got to get our fundamentals down. We got to get our execution down. Like, this is going to be a challenge, certainly for the first year with new systems on both sides of the ball. That's the fun part of it too, though. That's the challenge that we want, and it's going to be some hard work.
In that sense, is the preseason game important for you and your staff, whether your starters are there or not, just because you may have some of those situations?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no question about it.
If you want to come in here, I can send you the link.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me know. Thank you. Yo, Alan, so what's your thoughts, man, so far on the press conference, man?
Man, I love what Ben Johnson was saying, man. What I got out of what he was saying is he's going to let everything define itself on the practice field. We're going to get on the grass, and we're going to let it be settled on the grass. Guys coming back from injury, he's not going to push guys, but basically you got to be out there to hold your claim or your position.
Right.
You got to be on your A game.
Yeah, man, it just seemed like he said he got to ramp up, and I was wondering, like, is Braxton Jones, is he really ready to be ramped up? You know what I mean? He just had surgery.
11 trying to get it going.
It's cool, man. It's cool showing up for Camp 11 in a new place, obviously, but I'm super excited to be part of this team going forward, and I think we've got a big year ahead of us.
How did your personal sort of reflection and appreciation change in year 11 as opposed to what it was maybe?
I'm surprised they got players this early.
I think at this current moment, I'm so focused on just really moving forward and chasing what's still out there for me in this organization. But to speak on your question about the reflection, I think just making it past 10 seasons is a blessing within itself, and to be able to step on the other side of 10 and be able to play for season 11 is another blessing. And I'm just going to continue to get better every year, and that's going to be my goal day in and day out, to work harder than I ever have to be my best version. I'm still chasing that every day. So I have the opportunity to chase the best version of myself. It's going to be what's best
to be a best as an addition to this team.
Yeah, do sound like we
So
got
that's what I'm excited about, really. But I think the reflecting is over with, and I'm in current grind now mode to be able to go to work time, training camp time, and all the feel good reflections and see how far you come. That's over with. We got work to do, and it's time to go forward. And that's what I'm excited for.
Coming into season 11, there's things that you may have had in season 3 or 4 that you don't have now. Where do you still feel like you're the most dominant on the field?
I mean, being able to play in a run game and the pass game at an extremely high level, I think like that's something that is definitely a tool of mine. I definitely it was important to me as a young player when I used to just play like first, second down. I wanted to learn to be a better pass rusher, so I did that, and I was able to be a 3-down, all-down defensive lineman and just play up and down the line of scrimmage. And that's something that I really take pride in, being flexible, being able to play 3 technique, nose in the run game, be able to rush out from 5s and 9s in the pass game, and just do whatever I need to do to be a versatile piece in the defense, but also be super effective.
As a vet, you know now exactly what your body needs, what it doesn't need to be at your peak by week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through like your process of how you kind of get yourself ramped up as you go through camp, which stages.
Yeah, for sure. I think the key is not ramping up. The key is going, balls to the wall every day. And I think that's what's really helped me in my longevity is just going hard day in and day out. And this is the time when you really callous your body,
every day.
Get it right to be able to, so you can go sustain a long season and be healthy, because this is going to be the hardest time of the season. You should make this the hardest time of the season, because you'll be able to, physically, from a physical standpoint, the demands throughout the week won't be as heavy as the week to game day. So this is the time where it's time to get hard, time to really challenge yourself, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, and you really push yourself to see how far you can go. And when the time do come and that game time do come, you know what you got in the tank, what you got in the trunk to go reach back and get the job done. So it's up to us to really push ourselves daily, and not reserve nothing, not ramp up. Obviously there's sports science to it. I'm not talking recklessness, but I'm saying from the mindset and the effort standpoint, why not put your best foot forward every day and let the rest take care of itself?
Bring the other guys with you with that mentality. You got an important group at that type of spot. The young guys, how you bring them with you on that?
Just showing up every day, doing what I do, and then and when you set the standard is standard, and and as that culture continues to breathe, and guys, it'll be evident on the guys who all in on the culture and what we're gonna do, what we're building, and the ones who not, and it ain't for everybody, and that's okay. And by the end of the day, by the time we get to that first game, you're gonna have any guy that's gonna have that Chicago Bear on. They're gonna be putting in work. They're gonna earn their spot, and it's gonna be definitely earned. So that's what I'm excited about, and it's gonna be a really fun camp.
What have you learned about Dennis, and what would you say are the priorities of this defense?
I learned a lot about him. I competed against him for so many years, playing against him when I was in Atlanta. But I'm not surprised by anything, man. Just the grittiness, the attention to detail, the knowledge of knowing what everybody should be doing from front to back and how it all works together, and communicating to us as a defense what his expectations are on a daily basis has been something that I've really been appreciated, and it's definitely just gonna make us all better. But he's definitely somebody who's as hungry as ever just to go out there and compete and play football, and and have some players that's ready to go out there and hunt for him. So he challenges every day, and he not making it easy on us, and not babying us as far as what he expects us to learn for the defense, what he want to call, and that's it raises the expectation for guys, all involved, to know that he's not going to call things to make us comfortable. He wants to run defense a certain way, and he's going to make sure his players go out there to be able to do it.
When you played for the Saints,
stuff you got to take care of. But is there a curiosity of what the offense kind of looks like and comes together as, knowing what Ben was able to accomplish?
I think that's the fun part about it, especially the beginning of the camp, going against the offense that you're unfamiliar with. You really got to play your just your keys and your technique, because it ain't like we got tendencies really to go off of, personnel to go off of on how he wants to use certain personnel. So it really challenges us as a defense to be able to just really lock in on the fundamentals, playing our keys, playing with hard effort, and letting the play go out hard. Because if you sit around guessing all day and you think about this and that, they can be running circles around you. So we can only control, and that's the defense that we play called. We play to the best of our abilities, and but I'm sure Coach gonna have a lot of nice challenges for us, and it's just gonna make us better for the season, Tom.
The Saints rival, was there something about playing Dennis Allen teams that you didn't like that was hard?
I respect Dennis Allen, and I respect that what he brings to a team. My pride won't let me sit here and say playing the Saints as a Falcon was so, because we was ready to do it. However we had to do it. So I respect Dennis Allen. I'm very happy to be playing under him now, and those teams are gritty for a good reason.
As one of the leaders of this team, when you go through these next 6 weeks of this camp grind, what are the signs that you're looking for from the team?
Now, you know what, G? This is a guy you put a C on the
really
chest.
Just pressing on when the excitement dies down.
You know what I'm saying? These are guys that had C's on their chest.
Guys gonna be happy to go to work. It's gonna be them dog days in camp. When we gotta go past back to back. We do tackling periods. We go against these. We got to stack up another week of joint practices and things like that. That's going to be the things that really, really prove our character and how we're going to be as a team this year. And I think overcoming those things, I know we will, is going to make us stronger as a unit and bring us closer together as a whole team, offense, defense, everybody involved. But we got to go through that dirt. We got to go through that pain. And I think that's what's going to really, in the end, draw us together.
Tells you in the moment when you're out getting through that dirt, when you're making progress.
I've been here through the whole offseason program, knowing what these guys are made of, knowing what this coaching staff is made of, and it's the right people in the building. So if I didn't have that knowledge, I wouldn't have the confidence to speak like I do about that. But I know it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be fun, and we gonna earn our right to win a lot of games, and we gonna feel good about it because we know without a doubt the work will be put in.
You've been in a lot of locker rooms over your career, and I know sometimes locker placement is strategic. Some teams want a vet near a young guy for a lot of different reasons. How important is that element of just being able to build the chemistry within players, specifically by who's next to you?
I've been this is my second team, so I ain't been too many locker rooms.
Well, you've had a lot of
but it's it can play a role. I think when you look that deep into it, you can always find good, bad, or however you want to. But I think that's so far off in my experience on the product that go out on the field. If my locker is next to either a defensive lineman or the quarterback, at the end of the day, I still got to line up to and play my defense is called. It could be however important somebody want to place the emphasis on, but it's nothing that I ever thought much about as far as the placement and who I'm lockering next to. Because I've been in a locker room where you have just a position and you have everybody offense, defense. At the end of the day, you got to go out there and play football.
You see yourself being the vocal leader of the defense?
I see myself going out there, putting my best foot forward every day. I speak when I need to speak, and but at the end of the day, however I see myself, it really don't really matter. I just got to go out there and be my best self every day, and that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully, that breeds positivity and encouragement amongst my teammates, and that's what it's really about. But for me to say that I see myself as this and that, that's not really my story to tell.
Last season, I don't know how much of the tape you watched from last year, but the defense really struggled to stop the run. Just speaking in general, what has to happen to be a consistent run-stopping team? Because that creates so much pressure down the pass.
Yeah, without a doubt. You said it. You got to stop the run to be able to try to get out there, rush the passer. So I think it really just get down to our fundamentals and understanding why coach gonna call certain plays, certain fronts, and we got to master these things and know not only what our job is, but we got to do our job with the best ability so our teammate can do their best job. And it's just going to be a mindset. It's a mindset to stop the run. We play in what I've read and all the media stuff, the toughest division in football, which is a great challenge, and it's not a great challenge. And I'm super excited for that because, because however best it's going to get, it's not going to, get better much in this building, man. We got some great offensive linemen to go against up in the front. So as a defense, we're going to be trained up really well to try to stop this offense that we're going to face every day, to be able to go out there and try to line up against everybody to stop the run. But like you said, it's a critical point of emphasis, and something that we definitely know the importance of, and we're going to attack it every day.
You bring up the division. Is there a quarterback in this division that you're looking to get to?
Anybody can get it, man. We ready. We're gonna be coming, and I'm not afraid to say it, and it is what it is, and so I'm super excited to be able to be here now and go attack this thing.
I know you're on the opposite side of the ball as Caleb, but what are ways that, because you've been in this league for so long time, what are ways you can help him and support him throughout camp? Whether it's passing notes to him or just talking to him, helping him through it.
Yeah, I think like you say, encouraging words, stuff like that. But also more than just encouraging words, telling somebody a good time. Sometimes you got to talk a little mess to them, or challenge them, give them difficulty. So by the time the game comes, nothing gonna phase them, And so it's love, but it's like big brother love, And because you want the best for him, but and he want to do his best, but we got to put a tough defense out there for him to face. We got to talk a little smack, but also in between time we got to hang out, we got to break bread, eat together, stuff like that. So I think he's gonna be more than ready to go, and that's the preparation of everybody, just all hands on deck. And everybody want to see him do his best, man. The talent he got is out of this world, but I think he'd be the first to tell you, come with putting in that hard work, daily grind, and that's what I've been super impressed with so far, being his teammate so far, just how bought in, committed he is to really try to achieve greatness, man. I can't wait for the world to see it.
As an extension of that, how much have you interacted with Caleb since you arrived here?
I've been interacting with Caleb a good bit. We exchanged numbers. He was one of the first people to reach out to me when I signed to the team, and but just as much as any of the guys, man. He's very, very cool guy, man, and super approachable and super welcoming when I got here, and so I'm excited to be able to have him as a quarterback and see what's
seeing his skill set.
Just making some amazing throws, throwing on the run, and I didn't realize how fast he was. Getting out of the pocket, how ripped and in shape he is. So he's somebody who you can see. He's an elite athlete along with an elite quarterback. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
Let's go, Caleb.
Thank you.
We got one question right here, Alan. It says, "Do you got to unmute your mic?" It says, "Do you guys think that the Bears are going to pick up another DE, or are they going to wait until after camp is over?" You know what I mean? What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, I think they're going to go for a DE. And they said Matthew Judon is the guy that they might target. We tried to get Judon last year, but he signed with the Falcons. So I think they're going after Judon again. I think Judon will be definitely a help. I think getting defensive end is kind of real necessary at this stage. I just don't trust that other side of Marquette of Sweat right now. I don't have a lot of trust over there. So I hope we do get a defensive end, Joseph. And I like Matthew Judon if that report is true. So he would definitely help our ball club.
Yeah, I think we're going to get another DN, man. It's just not enough to compete at a level that probably Dennis Allen or Ben Johnson wants to compete to, or Ryan Poles. Like, they have to lock in the most talented that they can get at that position to help Montez Sweat. Can't have him out there by himself. We can't have a history and repeat of what we did last year, him getting double teamed and him getting hurt. We don't have enough depth. So if the Bears want to win, they want to compete and try to win this division this year, right now. They got to put all their eggs in the basket to get somebody like Judon. You know what I mean? So the name is around the organization the past 2 summers or the past 2 seasons. That's a good thing. You know what I mean, Joseph? That's really a good thing. So it must be a relationship built right there, a bond built already. Maybe it's going to come down to a couple of numbers, some years or something like that. So, yeah, I think they should get one before camp or after camp. As long as they get one before the season starts, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's the years that'll be big for a guy like Judon. I think the money is the money, but I think the years are what GMs, because GMs love it. Anytime you get north of 32 as a defensive end, defensive interior lineman can get about 33, 34. But 32 for an edge rusher, they kind of give you 1-year deals. You kind of don't want to get in that rut right there. So Judon might want 2 years, 2 years, $12 million, you know, something like that. But Ryan might give you 1 year, 7.5, you know, a little bit more money a year, but we only want you for 1 year. So it's really like a game of chess with the years. When it comes to age, young people, younger linemen usually want the money. It's not really about the age as much as so the money. So veterans are a little bit more delicate. It's really about the years.
Well said. That's what I'm saying. It's about the years and the money. You know, he's an older guy coming up 32, so, you know, it is what it is, man. But for right now, in the moment, you know what I mean, to compete in this division and go after guys like a Jared Goff and go after J.J. McCarthy Monday night, to go after Jordan Love, you got to put all your cards on the table, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. We're not as good as I think we should be right now at the defensive end position right now. So, yeah, we got to lock in, man. We got to lock in. We have to lock in and get somebody. There's no excuses to me, man. There's really no excuses, man. There's no excuses right now.
And you know, Ryan said something at the beginning. They added Trey Flowers at corner, and they added another defensive lineman. I just knew DJ Clark was. I would have loved to have DJ Clark in that wide receiver room. He would have brought a lot of competition. And DJ Clark I just felt like injuries have kind of derailed his career. But DJ Clark is a superior route runner. I mean, he covers so much green. I mean, you know, when he was at Jacksonville, I was like, if he wouldn't have got hurt, he could have easily been with them. I mean, but it's like he can't get away from the injury bug. But that kid eats up grass, man. And I tell you, wide receiver, man, I don't care where you go in the league. If you can eat up grass like that, you got a roster spot.
Right. Somebody gonna want you, huh?
Yeah.
But I like the way what Grady Jarrett, man, he seemed like he just ready to go. You know, it seems like somebody asked him, you know, does he see himself as a leader? I mean, he didn't really want to answer that question, and I don't understand why he didn't really want to answer that. Like, if you come off as a leader vocally, you know what I mean, energy-wise, production-wise, everybody know you're the guy, or you've been a guy for a long time. So why would he hesitate on answering, you know what I mean, him being a leader? Like, I just don't understand why he hesitated. Is that something that you got to earn to get the C on his chest, and he didn't want to overspeak? You know what I mean? What you think, Alex?
Yeah, it's humility, G. It's just humility. Some guys are just blessed with humility, man. I don't want you to call me a leader. I don't want to call myself a leader. I want my teammates to say Grady is our guy. You know, he's just a humble human being. You can hear it, like he's got an old soul. Like you can hear he's been hanging with old men all his life. Yeah. Like that's just not in his DNA to come out and say I'm the, you know, whatever. I want my teammates to give me that respect and say Grady is our guy. So when he get that C on his chest, that means the team voted for him, and I think he's gonna get it. The way he talks and the way he carries himself, man, that's the guy I want around my young guys, you know?
Yeah, me too. Me too. It just seemed like he know what he was doing up there on that podium, man. Like you say, he gotta be, you know, show some humility. Like he can't overtake the locker room. Guys that are there, the Montez and Billings, all them dudes is there before him. But he is a captain. You could tell he's gonna probably get the seat. He's a captain. Man. Everything is about Grady Jarrett screams that he's a captain, and I'm glad he's on our team, man. Hopefully he can give us some production. It's gonna be cool to see who they bring up next, man, because they would have ended it by now. They didn't even end it.
It might. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know if Jalen can do an interview because he hurt. You know how funny they get. When they hurt, they don't let them talk. So I would think it would have been Jalen, but it might be DJ Moore, maybe Caleb. Caleb might come up today.
I think
I would love to hear from Komet.
I can see Caleb coming up there today.
Yeah.
Well, y'all got us locked in. So shout out to Bears Twitter right now, locked in with us. Now we got Jason in here off X. We got Joseph in here. We got Celeste saying, "What's up, Bears family?" She actually retweeted the live. You know, it's all about the Bears Nation and everybody that follows me and Alan and CJ. You know what I mean? So Any chance we get the opportunity to tap in with you guys and get up close and personal with you guys, we will. And we got the time to do it. I talked to Alan. You know, Alan's phone was giving him technical difficulties on our training camp EP, but I say, bro, they go live today. You ready to be on standby? I'm gonna send you a link. So here we are. So shout out to Jason, Celeste, Joseph, and anybody else that's dropping comments that retweeted, man. We appreciate you all, man. And we got Joseph again another question, man. Appreciate the question, Joseph. They're actually giving us a podcast and giving us more content. Who do you have for the left tackle spot? I'm gonna go with old Braxton Jones, old Bones Jones and Braxton, man, because he's the most experienced, man. I want to say Ozzie Trapillo, you know, that's the sexy pick. That's the new guy on the team, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. But he played right tackle mostly all his career. He played a lot on the different spots on O-line. So I'm gonna go give it to Braxton. Who you got for the left tackle, Alan?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo the same thing. Braxton's the veteran. I'd rather go with the guy that's got 4 years right now. We ain't got time to waste time. So I'd rather go with Braxton right now. And the fact that Braxton's coming back real early, like that's kind of early for a foot injury, but he might be feeling them footsteps, G. So, right. Hey, them footsteps big from Ozzie and Karan. So, yeah, man, he got to get to work.
What Biggie say, Sasquatch? I can hear your feet thundering. I can hear your heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So Braxton Jones looks like I ain't got time to be waiting around to get fully healthy. I'm gonna have to get out there and get it because young boys chopping at the bit, man. They got a new offensive line coach, a new system, a new head coach, and guys ready to compete, man. And he looking like food. Like the word.
He looking like food.
He looking like food. You can't handle a bull rush, man. Trilla is about damn near 7 feet tall, man. He's 7 feet tall in cleats, so he's big. So man, it's competition at that left tackle position. Joseph says he healthy. I don't think he's healthy, man. I
don't think so either, man. But if he off that list, he got to practice. They might let him get a day or two in between, but he's got to practice if he off that NFI.
Yeah. So hopefully we answered your question, Joseph. Joseph, who do you have given the left tackle to, Joseph? Who do you want to see at the left tackle? You got Braxton, you got Trapillo, you got Karan. You know what I'm saying? So and what I liked about Ben Johnson, he's pretty much said he's going to keep Darnell Wright at the right tackle spot like he should. That shit pissed me off when that came up in the offseason. We thinking about moving. That's what Ryan Poles said. That's what pissed me off this offseason with him saying that, and that had me. You remember that? I was like,
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm like, this is cool. Why would you move him around? That's why I was trying to figure out who's in charge up here. Like, why is Ryan Poles speaking on player positions and he's not the head coach? Like, why are you doing this? And I could not wait. And I'm glad Ben Johnson was up here today to say, no, Darnell Wright is going to be
the right tackle.
He's our right tackle. So that was something I was waiting to hear, and I'm glad I heard it. You know, but that would have been crazy to move from the right tackle position to the left. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Why?
I think, you know what, G? Like I told when we talked about it the first time, I think that's a lot of agent talk. I think the agent wants Darnell to play the left side, because the left side gets more money. So Ryan could be conversing with the agent throwing this, and Ryan's like, well, you know, that sounds like a good idea. You got to think about that. GM is kind of a spokesman, whereas the head coach is the statesman. Yeah, right. He's the guy that knows everything. He's the one in the barracks, not Jared, not Ryan Poles. He's not in the barracks.
Right, so you know what I'm saying? He ain't in the galley with us.
Yeah. So that's what it comes down to, man. The head coach said, "Look, man, my guy over here in the right." So now we done talking about it. We're gonna move forward. But that's all I thought that was, just a little agent talk, GM expectation. And they just kind of caught fire in the media, but he's gonna always be a right tackle for the Bears.
Yeah, hold on, y'all, hold on. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My daughter, she didn't came in here and wrote on they wrote on the cabinets, man. Damn Mark.
Hey, man. When school come back in, that's what you probably waiting on.
Bro, this is her first year in preschool, man. This little girl, Allen. Look, it's time for her to go, man. I'm the one that retired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My old days, big dog. Like,
of course he is.
You gotta go. My wife come up, look behind you. I look behind you. You think got blue Sharpie or water markers all over the damn cabinet. Man, let me wipe this off real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me wipe this off.
All right.
But we do got a question. You said, I think he need what? Good coaching to teach him how.
Oh, he talking about Braxton Jones. I can answer that, man. Joseph, I would say he does because Chris Morgan was not a good. I don't want to tell no professional coach or player or water boy, whatever. I don't want to critique their job so bad. So I'm not going to say bad or terrible. But I'm going to say this about Chris Morgan. I think Chris Morgan left a lot of coaching for another person to coach, if that makes any sense. The guy we got in now is from New Orleans. He was with Dennis Allen back in his time at New Orleans. So he brought up Jared Bushrod, the left tackle for the Saints. So Jared Bushrod was a real good player, a Pro Bowl player. So that guy can come in and help Braxton because I think it's all footwork when it comes to bull rush. It's not a strength thing. It's not a mano thing. It's footwork and where your hands are placed. A lot of times his hands are outside of the defensive lineman that's pushing him instead of getting his arms inside of the defensive lineman where he can control the inside, the interior of his pads and also having good leverage with his feet. That's where the problem comes in. It's technique with Jones. Jones is a good football player, but the technique is left to be desired. So hopefully the head coach the offensive line coach can manage this and try to get Braxton out of this bad habit. And it's a confidence thing too, because Jones has already said that before. Like, he told the league, my problem is bull rush. So if I'm playing against Jones, I'm going to give him a bull rush because he's told everybody. So it's kind of like a traumatic thing for Jones. So I think we're going to fix that. It's going to take a little bit, but you got to have some patience with it. But if it don't work, he's going to be outside the position because they're letting him know that they're going to move on from him if this does not get correct.
Yep. Yeah, man, my daughter, my bad, y'all. She gotta go. She gotta go, Joseph, man. She saw me on the podcast. She about as tall as this marble countertop. Walked behind me, knowing I'm talking on the podcast, and then took her little watermark or wrote on everything. This little girl is an opportunist, man. She's an opportunist. You gotta go to school, man. But yeah, like Alan said, it's all about technique with Braxton Jones. He might be better with Brochard as his offensive line coach. We don't know.
Yeah, I hope so.
We don't know, man. That's the cool thing about everybody getting a fresh start because maybe Braxton Jones just needs better coaching. And if it's better coaching, how he's been playing with bad coaching, he's been playing good football as a left tackle. He ain't been playing the best, but you get a better coach that can help you out. You might get a check. He might get paid.
Yeah.
His last chances to show what he can really do at the left tackle position to get paid. Like, he's probably coming up to get paid. So he's on a tryout year, man. Even though he's been here 4 years, however long he's been here, he's on a tryout. Unfortunately, man, it is what it is.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Like Michael Jackson said, it's it. It's it for him. So, because they already working on his replacement. He knows that. That's why he's here today. Fully loaded. He got to show up. He got to do his thing.
Yeah.
But G, I'm gonna go ahead and get back in here, man. I got to get back in there, big dog. But it's been a blast, though, my G.
Yeah, you know how we do it, man. So I'm gonna stay up here a little bit long. I'm gonna see what they bring up next, and see if CJ coming here, man. I sent him the link, but I don't know what's going on with him. But I'll be up here for a little while, man. I'll hold it down. Thanks, man.
Okay. I inbox you in a little bit.
All right, big dog.
All right.
Well, it's just me, y'all. Shout out to the 175 people that stand not only with me, but with Bears Nation, man, with this press conference. I'm trying to see who's next. So bring your comments, man. You know, I can rock it by myself for a while. You know, that's why we got Bears Nation, so I don't have to do it by myself. You know what I mean? Bring the questions, man. We got Jay said a couple more seconds, and they're going to be interviewing me if they don't hurry up. Yeah, bro, like I'm waiting, man. Look, you ain't got nothing to do. We got Joseph. I saw that they are looking for making another wide receiver with speed. Do y'all think we should have kept Bayless Jones Jr.? Hell no. Hell no, we should have kept Bayless Jones Jr. I can't believe you asked me that, Joseph. Talking about he had speed. Yeah, he had speed, but he couldn't catch it. Man, come on, Joseph. Come on, Joseph. Yeah, they need to hurry up. This got to be Caleb Williams, man. You know, he a little bit of a diva, man. I mean, we don't know who's coming up, man, but I'm waiting to see, man. I got the music going in the background, so hope y'all like the tracks. I'll pop on camera in a second, but keep the comments coming, man. I gotta watch my little girl back here. She out here. Now she trying to get some tips or something. What are you doing in here? No. No, you can't get that. No. We're going to see, man. We're going to see what's going on with Braxton Jones. Karan, you know what I mean? Isaac Trapillo. We're going to see, man. Yeah, he talking about he just needs some more work, man. Bayless Jones Jr. didn't need any more work to show us that what he can't do, bro. Like, it's over with. Good coaching always counts. That's to a certain extent. The player got to be the player, bro. You know what I mean? At some point, coaching don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's talent. More than often times it's talent. It's what's between here. You know what I'm saying? And inside your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan didn't need talent to coach his talent. I mean, he didn't need coaching to coach. Yeah, he didn't need coaching to coach his talent. LeBron really didn't need coaching. Kobe, like, they don't really need coaching. They just need to learn how to win. That's what coaching can supposedly help people do more than for superstars. Help them win. Kobe had to learn how to win. You know what I'm saying? LeBron had to learn how to win. Michael, all them guys, you know. Even in football, Patrick Mahomes, you know, he had to learn how to win. The talent is there, you know, but can't nobody really teach real talent, you know. So Bayless Jones Jr. was a terrible example. If Bayless Jones couldn't catch the ball or hold on to save his life, yeah, we saw it, man. We saw it enough times to know, like, he got to get the hell up out of here, man. Ryan Poles being loyal to that guy for as long as he was loyal to him was pissing me off, and a lot of Bears Nation was getting mad about that. So, yeah, man. He's gone, bro. Let me see if I can bring up something we can talk about while we wait. Let me see. Y'all can chime in if y'all want to, man. I put this up here. This might be something real ridiculous. I think I still got it in here, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. I might still have it. Let me see. Yeah. Zay Frazier, man. This is something I had up in here a long time ago. I just think this kid is going to be really, really good. You know, like Alan said before, man, you know, guys are acting crazy, you know, not showing up. However anybody feel about it. But we got 6 DBs. We got a new DB coach. But Joseph and Jason, man, what are y'all thoughts about Zay Frazier, man? Like, what's y'all thoughts on him, man? Like, he's 6'3", he can run, he can glide, he's tall. You know what I mean? He'll be able to, you know, knock a lot of contested balls down, man. So what's y'all thoughts on Zay Frazier? Because I think he's going to be an absolute monster in Dennis Allen's defense. What y'all think, man? Justin Fields. My thoughts on Justin Fields was all the talent in the world, but the talent didn't match the mental. You know what I mean? Couldn't go through reads fast enough. Couldn't process information fast enough. Took more sacks than he should have took. He was reluctant to throw check down passes. I just think the time for Justin Fields just ran out. You know what I mean? I honestly thought that when we had Justin Fields that last season, if he didn't hurt his hand, I think it was against Minnesota. If Justin Fields does not hurt his hand, because I think he was starting to play a little bit better up until that game, If Justin Fields didn't hurt his hand, I think Justin Fields would have had it would have been a hard choice to get rid of Justin Fields, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes injuries happen and look what happened. But Justin Fields, I just think time ran out on Justin. I don't think he's a bad player, you know what I mean? I don't think he's a great player, but he's a locker room guy. He comes in, hard pail, lunch pail, you know what I'm saying? Ready to play ball, ready to compete. So Justin Fields was good as far as what he could bring to the table, what he brought to the table. I could say that, you know what I mean? He left a lot to be desired, you know what I'm saying? He was bad in the fourth quarter, couldn't put together fourth quarter wins, fumbling the ball. Like it just got ugly, you know what I mean? It just got ugly for Justin. We got Jason saying, honest, I think he's gonna be great. He has one hell of a frame at that. Yeah, Zach Frazier, it has one hell of a frame, bro, to work with to be a stud, to be nice. So I can't wait to see what he does in training camp, man, against Rome Odunze and DJ Moore and some of the tight ends when they try to go vertical. I'm pretty sure he's going to be going with guys vertical in camp. So it's gonna be dope to see what he can do. Jason says, "Hey man, that man Fields was one heck of an athlete." Yeah, man, Fields was a great athlete, man. But I don't know if he was as great of a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like people want to make a lot of excuses for Justin Fields, but you know, cream rises to the top. Just like Caleb Williams got potential in a different way. He's a better pocket. He has better pocket presence. He's a better thrower of the ball. He's a better, he has like good spatial awareness, situational awareness a little bit better than Justin Fields. He throws the ball off platform better than Justin Fields. But his deep ball is not as good as Justin Fields' deep ball was. If people want to be honest, Justin Fields had a pretty decent deep ball, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, correct me. But everybody has potential. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has potential. So Justin Fields just lived up to his potential to a certain level that I think that it just ran out of time. Like we saw what he was in 3 years or 4 years. He was playing pretty decent with Pittsburgh, but at the same time, they benched Justin Fields for Russell Wilson. So there's that. Like he got something that he's not necessarily doing all the time the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Zach Frazier, man, he's a pretty good prospect. What do you want, George? My bad, y'all. We got Jason saying, what do you think about our depth this year? Depth as far as what? Let me know. Running back, wide receiver, like what are we talking about? I think we got a lot of depth in a lot of positions, except for maybe defensive line. We got a lot of running backs. Not a lot of running backs. I meant to say we have a lot of receivers on this team. From Rome to Zacchaeus to DJ to I forgot the other guy name. We're like 4 deep at wide receiver. We're good. I don't know about linebacker, man. Linebacker is kind of iffy. Linebacker's kind of iffy with Edwards, TJ. Who's the other guy we got? The rookie Hippolyte. I think we signed somebody else. Then we got cornerback position. I think we're pretty solid at with JJ and Kyler Gordon. Terrell Smith, Tariq Stevenson, and then you got young Zay Frazier. So we're pretty stacked at corner. Defensive line, you got Devon Dexter, who's looking to be good every year. Montez Billings, we're okay, but we still need another pass rush. Oh, what's up, Nonsense Nap? He says, how often do you think we're going to run the ball? You know what? I think we're going to run it as much as necessary. I think when Caleb Williams is not performing the way he should be performing as a thrower of the ball, I think we're going to see the run game more than people realize. Yeah, like I was saying, I just think that it depends on Caleb Williams. I don't think if Caleb Williams is not performing as he should be as a thrower, we're going to see the run game become more apparent than what people realize. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to run the football more than people think, because Caleb has to be surgical with the football in his hands as far as the throw of the ball. That's just me. And if it's me as a coach and I don't see you performing the way I think you should perform as far as throwing the ball, then we're running the ball. That's just me. And I think Ben Johnson's the same way. Like, he got weapons at DeAndre Swift. He got DJ Moore, who can run a little bit in the backfield, do some things with him. Roshan. I mean, you got guys that can do a little bit of something. But I think we're going to run it more than people think. And it's not because we want to run the ball. I think it's we can become somewhat of Caleb Williams not performing to the task that he should be as far as throwing the ball. So that's just me. I could be wrong. You know, if anybody got a different opinion, just let me know. It's cool. I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? Nonsense Snap says, I got 70% to 30%. You think we're going to run the ball 70% to 30% passing with the wide receivers that we have, bro? That's not going to happen. Hell no. No, sir. We're going to throw the ball. But I think, like I said, I think it's going to be based off of how Caleb is throwing the ball, where he's going to inject that run game, bro. I guarantee it. Nap says, I don't trust the wide receivers. I mean, why not? Oh, we got Joseph saying Cal Monungai is 2.0 David Montgomery. We're going to see that, bro. That's a hot take, bro. That's a hot take. David Montgomery is established in this league, bro. He's done a lot of things in this league. See, Cal Monungai is 2.0 David Montgomery. I'm going to say Cal Monungai is Timu Ashton Genty. You know what I'm saying? He looks like Ashton Genty. He's built like Ashton Genty, but he was drafted in the 7th round, bro. So we're going to see what Cal Monungai is. If he gets on the field, bro, he's a 7th round pick. He's going to have to earn it, man. He's going to have to earn it. They still haven't brought anybody else up right now, man. And we're going on an hour doing this. This is crazy. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. I'm back, my bad. We never should have got rid of Montgomery. I mean, what you mean, bro? Nap, we go back years, Nap, even when you was in the chat, bro. We tried to pay that man some money. Ryan Poles gave him some money. He didn't take the bag. You can't blame Ryan Poles for that, man. Can't blame him for that. We got Joseph saying we signed Tanoa. Who? That's hard to pronounce, my guy. What else we got, man? Let me see what else I can pull up while we wait, man. Let me see. This was a funny one I had right here, man. I think we might be getting a beast, someone of a gem in Ruben Hippolyte, man. Especially based off scheme, replacing Jack Sanborn. He's way faster than him. So Nonsense Nap and Jason, what are y'all thoughts about Ruben Hippolyte? Sorry, what are y'all thoughts? We got Jason saying he's a dog. Yeah, man, I think we might have undersold him, man. Nobody wanted him not to see this pick coming, but we might have undersold him. Let me see what I can pull up some of his stats, man. Well, some of his specs, some of his attributes. We got Nap saying I never heard of Buddy. Nobody did until he got drafted for the most part. Let's see what we got on Roll Ruben Hippolyte, man. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring some up here for y'all. Y'all stand by. If anybody pop up on the screen, let me know. I'll turn this off. Do we got a realistic shot at winning the Super Bowl? That depends on Caleb Williams, man. If Caleb Williams becomes a quarterback, I think he can become as far as stacking completions, being disciplined, being more fluid, containing that little bit of a wild side he has in him. I think we can, man. I just think Caleb, he can do it, bro. But it's a lot I gotta see from him personally, man. And if we somehow get a good pass rush, another pass rush that could help out Montez and those guys on that front line, then yeah, man, we could possibly do some things and maybe get to a Super Bowl, bro. Because when you're looking at the cornerback position, we got corners. When you're looking at the linebacker position, you gotta be a little bit better. But you're looking at the run game, it's a lot of questions to be answered, man. There's a lot of continuity. There's a lot of practice and a lot of reps, man. It's a long shot for us to get to the Super Bowl, but I just believe in Caleb Williams, man. I just got to see him do certain things, and I could tell you more when we can do it. But we can pull up this Ruben Hippolyte stuff. Well, I'm pulling up the Ruben Hippolyte stuff right now, man. Hold on. Man, they don't have nobody up in here, man. This is crazy. I'm about to go off, man. I'm about to end this live. I don't want to end it, but hold on, man. I'm up here wasting. Okay, we got Ruben Hippolyte draft prospect profile. Let me pull this up, man. Then we can get some information on him, man. Here is some of Ruben Hippolyte's this is his prospect grade of 5.89, man. Ruben, man. Look at this. 5'11", 236 pounds, drafted in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? So here's some of him right here. 66 tackles in Maryland last year. 6.5 tackles for loss in 2024. If y'all looking at this video like I am, y'all can see this video. What else he got? Interceptions, 3 passes defended. Everything was a career high for him. Like everything was a career high. And hold on, let me see if y'all can see some of this, man. Yeah, so this is him getting drafted right here. So let me pull up some of his stuff. 5'11", 236 pounds. Prospect grade is a 5.89. He said he's an average backup or a special teamer. Average backup to special teams. So here's some of his strengths right here, man. If y'all can see some of this. Let me see if anybody's on the press conference. I'll be right back. Nope, nobody's up on the press conference. He said his strengths, he's made 46 career starts over 5 seasons. He shows blitzing speed of a 236-pound inside linebacker at Pro Day. Did a solid job of recognizing, reacting to play design. Good pacing and mirroring of the runner and lateral scraps. Lateral, that's a very good thing. He has great lateral quickness. He has plus acceleration to chase and tackle and will close on throws underneath. That's great. That's great. But he has weaknesses. Winds up getting mauled by big climbing blockers. Needs to upgrade technique with his hands. Would like to see him make more tackles closer to the line, slow to his shade to his zone drops. relative to the quarterback's eyes, lacks physicality and run-through techniques as a hitter. Yeah, that's some stuff right there, man. Those are some of his weaknesses, man. Then we got Jason saying Green Bay sucks. Green Bay will always suck, my boy. That'll never change, man. That'll never change. And they lucky they beat us, man, because we almost went undefeated in the. They almost went winless in the division. They beat us with a blocked field goal, man, and they lost to everybody else in the division. Crazy, man. Crazy. We're still waiting on the press conference to start again, everybody. I appreciate the 194 people in here right now, man. I'm just live by myself. We just hanging out, man. I had time today. So hang out with me, man. Shout out to everybody, man, if it's in here. We're trying to see who's coming up on the press conference next. They had JD Garrett at the press conference. They've had Ben Johnson at the press conference so far. They've had Ryan Poles. So we're going to see who's coming up next. Unless it's ended and I know I'm stupid and I don't know what's going on, then I don't know what's going on. Got 196 people in here right now. So, yeah. I'm still waiting, everybody. 197 people in here right now. I'm trying to see who's come up next. This has been a long day. I'll hop on camera when somebody comes to the podium. But it is something I want to talk about. Let me see what's Caleb Williams versus the Blitz, man. Let's see what Caleb Williams was doing versus the Blitz, man. Let me see what I got. Because we played Minnesota, man. Minnesota's known for blitzing. So let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Got one right here. This is Caleb Williams versus the Blitz, man. And this is something that I was intrigued to find out, as he goes along in his young career. It says Caleb Williams has shown significant improvement in handling the blitz, particularly in recent games. According to Pro Football Focus on Twitter, in the past 2 weeks, he's gone 17 for 19 against the blitz, accumulating 200 yards and 2 touchdowns with no turnovers. Worthy plays. The contrast with earlier struggles to demonstrate his growth in recognizing and reacting to blitzes pre-snap and getting the ball out quickly to his playmakers. Yeah, man, Minnesota coming with that blitz. Caleb Williams already played well against that. It's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. But let me see what else I can look up, man. Let me see. Let me see Caleb Williams' deep ball percentage, man. Let me see what we got. And then we got an all 22 film on. I'm going to pull this up here. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Still nobody on here. It's 200 people in the live right now. Shout out to the 201 people in here right now. We're just waiting on somebody else to come up to the podium. I'm just pulling up content for you guys. Looking up Caleb Williams, his deep ball accuracy. That's a concern of mine. That's a concern of mine, man. Yeah, Jason, there's nobody in here, man. They're not doing anything. If you see anything about It's ended. Oh, it's gone, bro. It's gone. I'm out of here. That's it, baby. That's it, baby. Let me see. That's it, man. Shout out to the people that stayed. Shout out to the people that stayed, man. Shout out to the people that stayed, man. Look, I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast, man. That was it. Yeah, they had us waiting for nothing, bro. They had us waiting for nothing, man. But I appreciate everybody that stuck around. We waited, man. We saw Ryan Poles, we saw Ben Johnson, we saw Grady Jarrett talk about his expectations for everybody that's on the defensive line. We saw what else happened? Ben Johnson pretty much saying that he's ready to ramp up Braxton Jones. I don't know if Braxton Jones is healthy. I don't know if y'all know if he's healthy or not, but he talked about that. And Ryan Poles introduced him. So, man, that's it, man. I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. And, man, we'll probably be back with another one of these, with another press conference, man. One love. Peace.